Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of the Bull City Pioneers.
Oh, man.
Tuning in, your two favorite Latinos right here. We're back at it again. My name is Hector.
My name is Luis.
And we're back in it today. We're here in a different location.
Yes, very different location.
We're trying to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, we're trying to make things work,
Keep it fresh.
Yes, sir.
New. It's not anything extravagant, but we make it work. We do what we got.
Hey, man, how I said, we used to be outside sweating our balls off. This is much, much better, especially since it's getting hot. Now, again, this near this type of time of year, I'm just so glad we have somewhere to go, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to be inside. I mean, sometimes we still should record outside just for the sakes of it. One, because sometimes some days are actually pretty nice. Two, natural lighting. Three, I mean, who doesn't like the outdoors? Well, some people don't. I personally love the outdoors.
We're Latino. We love the outdoors.
Yeah, true. I mean, that was basically our whole childhood, man.
Yeah,
like,
outdoors.
I mean, especially me, because I didn't grow up playing video games at all.
Yeah, man.
And, I just remember in Honduras, I used to go to this, it was kind of like a internet cafe where instead of computers, there's game consoles.
Oh, okay.
And I remember playing GTA for the first time, San
Shit.
Andreas.
Wait,
man,
how long ago was that?
That was 9 years ago.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, almost a decade. Yeah.
Was that like a PS1 or something?
It was an old piece of shit.
It was probably PS1.
Yeah, and
probably PS1.
Yeah, and then the manager, he would be like, "Hey, you want the codes?" And I was like, "What you mean codes, man?" And then he would pull out a whole notebook, and I would flip through the pages, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool." Oh shoot, I got a free card, man.
I don't want to play fair.
Shoot, I don't want to play fair. Yeah, those were good memories, man.
That was the days, man.
Yeah,
I wasn't like you though. I was glued to the video games.
Yeah,
my whole childhood.
Yeah.
Remember when I got my first Game Boy, man? Oh my
Bro,
God.
it's crazy because you and your brother, you guys gifted me was it my first?
First Game Boy?
Yeah, my first Game Boy. Ah, man, I was so happy. Yo, shout outs to Kevin. Dude, thanks so much, man. I remember I played that thing till it died. I didn't even die. I gave it. I had to leave it in Honduras.
Oh,
but
shit.
Man, that was like, I think he gifted it to me when I was like 8, 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was such a fun game. I remember I used to have Mario. That's the main game that I used to play. But dang, man, those are the memories, bro. It was a green Game Boy.
The original?
It was a green one. I just know that you get. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah,
man, if you didn't grow up on Mario,
dude, that shit was bomb. That shit was bomb. And nowadays the new ones, it's just not the same, man. It's not the fucking same, to be honest. It's like there was something about the Game Boy that just made it like, dang, man, this is fun.
No. What's the word? Nostalgic. Yeah.
Yeah, nostalgic. Yeah, like the graphic cards weren't bomb. The graphics weren't awesome as hell. It was just like.
But when you grow up on that stuff, man.
What?
So when you grow up on that stuff though, that's life.
Yeah, that is life. You're right. I mean, change, man. There's always change going on. But driving into the podcast flow.
Talk about.
What we gonna talk about, man? We're talking
about Honduras and Latino culture today.
Yeah.
Something a little different from the usual stuff that we want to implement into the podcast.
Of course. Where we take out, we talk about Latino pride, Latino culture, Latino world, immigrants, everything.
You want to sorry.
No, go ahead.
I do that a lot. You said that before. I do that a lot.
Yo, I've had so much patience with this man. He always fucking he doesn't let me.
Man.
Or like I'm about to talk and he's like la.
I'm like Gary Vee, bro.
And then I get quiet again and then he gets quiet and then I'm about to say something and then he keeps going la before I speak.
Punch me in the face. Say I just did it again.
Yo, it wasn't that bad, but I mean, hey, it's still something. Shouts out to we want to pay like a 10 sec. Well, no, not a minute because it's a podcast. We're trying to do it quick. Respects to Kaffeinate. Kaffeinate. The owner died in the gas explosion leak. I forgot what it's called. I just know that it involved gas. That was terrible. I think they're still trying to clean that up, man.
They're still trying to clean it up.
Man. I felt so bad because it's like they were immigrants. They were first generation immigrants, and they came here and they accomplished their dream, which was open a coffee shop, and just to lose it all. Literally, man, they lost it all. Not only the coffee shop, but what's more important, which is the father of the owner. Well, but he was also a father, a husband, which is crazy. It's a sad moment for Durham, but on the bright, not the bright side, because I mean, although the GoFundMe account, it's getting it's increasing little by little, and I think last time I checked, it was at 100K. It's probably more, but do you mind checking? Well, actually, I don't know. Kaffeinate, GoFundMe, maybe try that. But last time I checked, it was above 100K, which is awesome. But I mean, that can't replace the lost life of the owner. But I mean, they did say that they were gonna try to reopen it. Okay, you pulled it up, and wait, go up.
You said 100K.
Yeah, dude.
What?
You might that's the wrong one. That's another one then, because the one I checked, it had over 100K.
Oh shit.
Literally. Yeah, never mind. I don't know, but wait, did I get that wrong? There's no way I got that wrong. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Wow.
Okay, so I think they have like 2 GoFundMe accounts or GoFundMe campaigns.
One of them has like 7.9K or something like that.
One had about 7K, and the other one has $149,960, which is awesome. But as you know, a coffee shop takes much more than that. I think I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to spend $300,000 to get it back and running. Probably not the same location, of course. They're probably gonna have to get another location for sure. But the love of Durham, man, they're probably gonna find another place for sure. The community is gonna help them.
The amount of support, obviously, that this family got was incredibly overwhelming. It was really, really awesome to see, despite the fact that like money obviously can't buy a soul back.
Buy a life back, man.
So, our respects to the family and everything. Even though we didn't know them, but obviously, you don't have to know somebody to feel pain and to be empathetic about what somebody's going through.
Well, I had met the man. I had met
him?
the manager, the owner. Yeah, I didn't meet the kid. I don't know if that's his wife or his daughter, but I met the owner. Oh, okay, kids. I'd never met the kids, but I had met the owner of it, which is completely. It's crazy. It's like one day you might see a human being, and the next day it's just like, damn, it's that fucking quick, man. Because that explosion probably took like 5 seconds.
Yeah, dude.
And he lost his life in 5 seconds. That's how precious life is, man. It's crazy to think about. It's like you could die in literally the next 5 seconds and you don't know it. And sometimes you live with the regrets of, hey, I wish I would have started this or that. That's why it's just like, me, well, especially Hector, he just kind of advocates doing what you love. Because it's like, it could just all go away and disappear in literally seconds, and you don't know when it's gonna happen. So that's why it's better to live live happy, try to have a stable life and enjoy your life, not giving 3 flying fucks about what other people think about you when you do what you love. Let's say you love swimming, but you're not a good swimmer. I can't even fucking swim, by the way. But hey, I mean, do what you love, even though people aren't gonna like you doing it or gonna talk shit about it. But
hey, look at you, Luis, the inspirational guru.
Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Hell no, man. I'm actually a terrible public speaker. I
did pretty good with that one, though.
I don't know about that, but
pretty good.
I mean, that's one thing about the podcast, man. It's like I'm not a good public speaker, but technically we're talking to, like, you know, people right now, you know, in front of the camera. So, but yeah, it's just
camera shy, man. We always talk about it. Yeah, man, you just gotta get used to it.
Yeah, so. We talk about that shit a lot behind cameras. 40.
Well, this will be like 45 episodes in, and we're still like, you know, learning. So.
That's all right, man. We'll figure stuff out. Fun fact, you guys, we're in a fucking library, and there's a window right that way, and something like, you know what? Let me.
That guy vaping in the library?
What the hell? Yeah, he is, bruh.
That guy was vaping.
Yo, this man is vaping in the library. Nobody gives a fuck. That is crazy, bro. I don't think that's a hazard, but I mean, still. Bruh, it's funny. Yo. But I should probably, you know, walk it like I talk it. Because it's like, you know, talk I'm like, walk the talk or whatever. Because I just said that I shouldn't give a fuck about what people think if I'm doing what I love. And I'm like, I'm getting shy because there's people looking at me. Man, fuck it. They can look at me. I mean, they can look at me. That's all good.
That's one thing, too, that... wanted to talk about on the podcast.
What?
Because we were talking about, you know, Mr. Lee and all that, and paying homage to that, and we didn't even, like, because I was gonna bring it up earlier, but we kind of changed the topic. I was gonna say, like, it must be really hard because, like, his kids were like, I think the son was probably like my age, or maybe like a year older or two. So it's like, dang, to go through something like that, to lose your father at such a young age.
I would lose it. How do you even do that?
How do you deal with that? And
hell no.
And then and them being like immigrants as well, and working towards like their dreams and trying to be somewhere, go somewhere in life and have a stable, you know, stable income or whatever. And then like us as immigrants as well, and us like going through like as young people going through like mental problems and stuff, and having to deal with anxieties and stuff like that. Like I think it's important that we address it, mainly as Latinos and as immigrants and having to deal with mental illness in this country.
Yeah, and
it's serious.
Not only Hispanics, of course, probably more in like, you know, it's in everywhere, you know, all people, you know, but this is seen a lot in immigrant families from around the world, is that their kids have to, especially the first kids that are born, they have to put on their big boy and big girl pants from an early age. I know you know this. I know this shit, man. Like, our parents, you know, they usually make us put on the big boy pants from an early age, bro. Yeah. You gotta admit that, man. Like, shoot, and it's a crazy thing. And it's like you well, how do you say it? You're supposed to create the perfect picture as, like, you know, the first kids or the older kids in the family. But yeah, that shit's fucking hard sometimes, bro. It's like you have so much pressure on you to, like, you know, make the portray the perfect picture and chase the American dream and shit like that. But it's like, man, you know.
And I understand, like, our parents already did it too.
Yeah.
Like what our parents had to go through compares nothing to like what we're going through. Bro, they had to like break their backs in fields in the hot sun from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That's one thing.
They were our age.
Yeah, of course. But this is one thing that people don't understand when it comes to immigrants from around the world. Not only Hispanics or Latinos, but around the world. Sometimes immigrant families arrive at the U.S. with nothing. No contacts, barely any money or no money, man. And with kids. Like, once you arrive, you're homeless. You start from zero, literally. You start from zero. Like, how I said, that shit's fucking hard, bro. That shit's fucking hard. And see, that's why I give props to so many women and women,
plural,
women. So many.
Oh,
fucking karma. This fucking man, bro.
Oh,
that's what you fucking get, bro. That's what you fucking get, bro. That's what you fucking get, bro. Bro, it's too fucking. This man fucking bumping his head, bro. Oh my goodness,
dude,
bro.
Man.
Yo, be careful.
I don't
bro.
even feel bad about that because that was funny.
That shit looks like it hurt, man. That shit looked like it fucking hurt.
I feel it, but it doesn't hurt.
Yo.
My bad, bro. Keep going. Bro,
I'm
just shut up. I'm just not interrupt you anymore for the rest of the episode.
Where were we at? Women?
You were saying you were giving props to women.
Oh, yeah. To a lot of immigrant women who arrive at this country. Bro, what the fuck, man?
Just kidding. Keep going.
Yo,
keep going.
A lot of what? Sorry, wait. I'm trying to get back in the mood. A lot of women in this country, immigrant women, they come here with 1, no money, 2, alone, and 3 with kids. That shit's the fucking hardest shit.
Wait, you said 2 alone, but 3 with kids? So how are they alone?
Well, they don't have like a stable, like, you know, everything falls on them.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I was just messing with you. I don't know why that was so funny. It wasn't even that funny. But keep going.
We gonna fuck him up, y'all. Immigrant woman, where the fuck all at? We gonna jump this man. We gonna jump this man, bro.
You gonna finish your thought?
No. Yeah. That's good. Shit.
Props to immigrant women.
Yeah, I mean, they come without like their husbands. Some come without their husbands, and that's, and you don't need a man to survive for sure. Because we got some strong, independent women, but it's just like crazy. They come here with kids and just, you know, kids and themselves, and they don't have any money, and like when they arrive, they're homeless, and they stay at, you know, homeless shelters for long period of time until they find a job and they can get an apartment, and usually what happens is they get a job and then they get an apartment, but they get an apartment in like the worst parts of the cities, and that's what makes me sad, because it's not a good environment for kids to grow up in. And then that's when you further down the line, that's when you get like immigrant families, their kids grow up to be gangsters and addicts and bad influences to their families. And that's what usually happens, you know, because of the lack of resources and funds. They can't provide a more stable environment for their children. And then in addition, what you get is are mothers that are working all the time and can't dedicate any time to their kids, which means
that's why they grow up like that.
Yeah, and then you grow up with kids with mental health issues and unstable households, and that's it's just basically when you're trying to create a solid, stable. It's like creating a stable house. Yeah. You want to create a stable base, but then all the walls are just fucking flimsy, and then what do you end up with? You end up with a fucking, you know, unstable house that's probably crashing down, and it's just a matter of time before it crashes down. And that's usually what happens. Yeah.
No, but that's for real though, and I wanted to bring that topic up because I just thought it was really important, because yes, like everybody deals with like social anxiety and depression and all that good stuff, and like we can't target just like everybody, or what's the word, like target just one group. Mm-hmm. Like we can't just single ourselves out just because we say we're Latinos and we go through this too.
It's
like,
everybody. No. How I said earlier, it's everybody.
I just wanted to focus on immigrants who come to this country to try to make a name for their families, and then they have kids. Either they bring their kids with them or they have kids here, and then like they have to, like, I don't want to say we, because it's everybody. They have to deal with those like burdens over their shoulders, or like that weight on themselves as well, to like try to keep the family like
hashtag copycat Hector repeating the same goddamn thing I just said. I'm just fucking with you, man.
No, I was gonna see, now you made me lose my train of thought.
How do it feel?
Huh? What?
How does it feel? Alright, shit,
whatever. Man. No,
man.
I'm trying to, pick back up. Like just mental health, man. Mental health to me is just so important because like ever since like I started doing my thing too, I felt like so much pressure on myself from trying to just do so much stuff all at once that like sometimes I just go crazy, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? We all have our moments, and I don't want to make this sound too like depressing or anything. Like this is real stuff. Like many people go through this all the time, and I just wanted to make it a point about like me as a Latino immigrant man in this country, a first generation from my family who actually has an opportunity to make a name for their family here. Like I feel like I have so much stuff over my shoulders that sometimes it just feels like really hard to bear, and sometimes it's like really, really aggravating when I don't see like progress. And yes, I'm young, I know that, like I still have so much life left to live, but like you know, sometimes it's just crazy, and it's stuff that I put on myself. Like I can't blame anybody else. That's the thing too, because like I chose to do this podcast. I chose to start a clothing brand. I chose to like start doing photography. I chose all these things, so I can't blame anybody else. You know.
You're right.
And that's like, even though like mental health is so important to me, I try to stay so focused all the time that sometimes it's hard for me to stay focused because like I just feel like I'm doing so much, and I know that a lot of people feel that way too. That like, this country, you come here and you try to work your ass off. You try to do so much, and then it feels like the shit is like breaking you down.
Yeah.
Instead of helping.
Degrading you.
Like, and like maybe you just have to, I don't know, like switch the way you see it. You have to like come at it differently to be able to actually progress in what you're doing. Obviously, you can't always be doing the same thing and expect the same result or better results. But I just think it's always been really important to me, you know, like just being mentally healthy.
Yeah, and there's different ways. I mean, what's your way of like I don't know, like meditating or like giving yourself like a couple minutes out of the day and just like clearing your mind for a little bit and saying, hey, I'm okay.
Sometimes like during the weekends, if I've been inside too long, all I really need to do is just go outside. Really? Honestly. And just look around, look up at the sky, look at the trees, just take it all in, and just take deep breaths. And just tell myself everything's going to be okay.
Me? I don't know. For me, shit, it's like a mixture. It just depends how I'm feeling. Sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you, it's just a drive to the country, man.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. Driving in the fucking country. I told Hector behind camera one day that one day I was just driving in the country. It wasn't the highway. And I was like, you know what? I was just, chilling, driving. And then I'm just fucking driving. I'm not even paying attention to the signs. But then I pay attention to this one fucking sign. It said, Virginia. Welcome to Virginia. I was like, hold the fuck up, man. How the fuck did I end up in Virginia? And then I go on my phone, I go to the GPS, and I put in my address, my home address, and I'm like an hour and 40 minutes away from it. I'm like, fuck, man. I mean, it was relaxing, though. Yeah, it was relaxing. It was much, much needed. Some other times, what I do is I do the same thing as you. I go outside and absorb the environment. What else do I do? For some reason, I don't know why, but I watch documentaries. They relax me for some reason. It's like they're informative. Yeah. Good at documentaries. There's bad documentaries as well. What else do I fucking do? I play with my dog. I
play with my baby brother sometimes if I just haven't been giving him enough time, or I just need to deload or whatever. Yeah,
see, you need to invest time into him. But see, I don't gotta do that because I am a big brother, but all my siblings are old. What, like 16 and up? No. We have 19. Yeah, she's about to be 16. All right, I'm good. But yeah, man, it's important, man. It's as much as you invest into your school, your business, your sports, your hobbies, you should be investing time into mental health, because that's probably one of the most valuable investments you're gonna make, is something towards your mental health. Because let's be honest, if you don't take care of yourself up here, man, it's gonna affect out here, and it's gonna affect what you do. You know, just like your level of happiness, man. Don't people want to be happy? You want to be happy? Like, you know, work towards stable mental health, man. Of course, for some people, it's probably the hardest thing they're gonna do in their lifetime. Yeah. For some people, it's just like, oh, that's easy.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah, it's different for everybody. For me, what is it? Do you think it's the hardest thing it's gonna be? The hardest thing you're gonna do in your lifetime, which is reach a stable mental health?
No, I mean, I don't know. Obviously.
Yeah.
All I can say is that like one thing that I've learned is just that like you can't focus too much on it. Like the more you try to focus on being mentally healthy, the harder it is, and.
You just have it's a slow process that takes time. That's the thing. And I always say it takes some people less time, takes some people a whole lifetime. And that's okay, you know? That's okay. It's A-okay. But just working towards it with baby steps, of course.
And you can't judge your progress on other people's too.
That's
probably the biggest poison in this generation.
I fucking hate that shit, man. Cause it's just like, you know, you see somebody struggling, and then they do a couple baby steps, and then they break all that stuff. You know, they go back to square one, and then they try again. But all that matters is that they're trying, and that they give. You know, they don't give up, and they get up and try again. That's what I hate, man. It's just a YouTuber, FouseyTube. That's what he's been going through. It's like so many people give him so much fucking trash because he's so moody. He suffers depression. He has an addiction nobody fucking knows about. Yeah. And I'm just like, bruh. Well, I think he might have. No, I don't know. But it's just like, yo, he's trying again. He's trying and he's trying. Like, it's okay to fail. Sometimes you might fail a whole lifetime, but when it's your turn to succeed, you'll be fine. You'll be good. You'll be happy. It's gonna work out if you work hard towards it. Even if you fail 1,000 times, it's gonna be worth it when you succeed, man. When you reap the rewards, man, it's just like, damn.
And you know, one thing that I saw that like people are always like tweeting it or like talking about it, that they should change on the social media platforms is like the follower counts being visible to other people.
Yeah.
Just take that stress off of people's minds and stuff, because that's really what fucks with people's heads is that follower count, those likes, those whatever on other people's accounts. Like,
but see, the way the society is set up, man, if it's not making a profit, then it's not a good idea, man. That's the thing. And I totally agree with you, and I agree with that concept, but let's be honest, man. We live in a capitalistic. Well, no, let me not get into politics real quick, man. I don't want lashback. But I just think that in the society that we live in, bro, that's gonna be really hard. Because if it don't make money, it don't make sense. So you know, that's the way.
That actually was clever. What you just said. I don't know if you realize.
You don't make
money. You don't make sense.
I didn't even catch that, but all right. Yo, that's how authors. That's crazy. See, your interpretation of something is much.
That was clever.
Yeah, bruh. And that's the thing. The interpretation. That's what I hate about college and school is that although you try to interpret a text, a book, something, a painting, but then if you go to the creator of that book, text, or art piece, their intentions sometimes are way fucking different. And see, you get a bad grade for having a bad interpretation. Are we too loud?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. Or you get a bad grade for having what is it called? A invalid or not accurate, inaccurate interpretation. But I'm like, who the fuck are you to tell? I mean, yeah, there's who the fuck are you to tell me what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Shit, or what I'm reading, It's like it's whatever, it's art, And that's what I hate. We've talked about this before, but it's like putting a grade on art or an art form is the dumbest shit that I ever heard about. Because it's just like, why would I? Why? I mean, like, Probably, if Picasso were to revive and have like a teenage body and go to like an art school, he probably would not get a good grade.
Yeah,
cause these motherfuckers tripping, man. Let's be honest, bro.
I don't think he got graded for his artwork back then either.
Yeah,
I mean, like, critiqued, yeah, but you get the point.
Yeah, I get the point. But yeah, man, these motherfuckers be tripping out here. Create your art the way you want it.
Just put it out there.
And put it out there. Don't
sit on it.
I mean, like, yeah, like if you're taking a class and you need to do it for the class, do it for the class. If you get a bad grade on it, put it out there. See if people like it. If they don't like it, but it goes well in the public eye, you can just give them the fucking middle finger, motherfucker.
Middle finger.
Cause how I said, wait, no, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Well, you know, walk the talk. Walk the talk is what I'm trying to say. Walk the talk. You know, walk it like I talk it. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, it reminds me of the song. Yo.
What else we got?
What else we got? Usually, guys, what happens, behind the scenes, is we make a list of topics, and we used to touch all the topics, but now we don't even care if we touch all the topics, as long as we touch something, because now we've learned to, like, talk more about things and introduce topics and maneuver between topics and react to this man interrupting me all the time.
You hurt me there.
Oh, I did?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're a weak link, man. Yo, we need to get back in the gym, bro. God damn. Oh, also, I'm starting a diet after I have a wedding. After this week, I'm starting a diet, yeah. I'm going to be doing meal prepping. It's going to cost a little bit, but fuck it. I'm going to lose this little belly that I'm gaining right now, bro. Hell yeah, I want my abs.
You better exercise though. Like meal prep ain't just going to do it.
No. Of course, I'm gonna try to run a mile. For the first week, I'm gonna run a mile every day. 7 days.
Every day?
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
I mean, it's getting hotter now, so I'm gonna have to start running again too.
It's gonna be easy. That's the thing about me is like it's easy for me to lose weight when it's hot. Like before I went to Honduras in 2010 and I stayed for a year. I was a chubby ass dude. I was chunky. I was chunky, man. And then literally, man, like 3 months into being into Honduras, bro, I lost that shit so fucking fast.
Really?
Hell yeah. One thing, it's because it's always hot, so it feels like I was always sweating. I sweated for a year straight, goddamn.
You're fucking sweating in your sleep, sweating while you shower.
Yo, that's the thing, man. It feels like I do that. Over there, yes. Over yet.
Sweat while you shower?
If the water is too hot, hell yeah.
Oh dang.
Put it down in the comments. Do you feel like you're sweating in the shower sometimes? Shit.
I don't think.
Let's see. I want to see, man. I want to see. I want to see what they say.
Shower?
Dude,
what the fuck are you doing in the shower to be sweating?
No, don't do that. No. I say that because when you put it too hot, it gets steamy in the bathroom, and it's just like, man, don't do it. Hey, man, I don't. Why would I need to do that? Why? Yeah, there we go. No answer.
My god.
No answer, man. No answer.
But go to the next topic.
The second thing. Oh wait, sorry, I wasn't finished. The second reason why I lose so much weight is because you're always playing soccer in Honduras, bro. Like you're always in your childhood years, you're always fucking playing soccer. So that's why I lost weight really fast. And yeah,
that's one thing you did a lot too. I didn't really do that much. I was a video game kid. You weren't. You were the soccer kid. I wasn't.
I was a soccer kid. Yeah. I'm not that good anymore. I'm fucking shitty now, bro. I'm trash. I'm dookie. I used to be average. Well, a little bit above average.
Then I started like playing when I was in high school. That's when I started.
Yeah. Fun fact: Hector was gonna try out for soccer with me. It was my freshman year in high school, and it was his senior year in high school. We were gonna try out, but he didn't.
You were a freshman when I was a senior?
Yeah, dude.
I thought you guys were juniors. I mean, sophomores.
No, my guy. I was a freshman.
Yeah,
I was a freshman, dude. And he didn't end up trying out because you didn't get your physical on time or something like that. Yeah, it fucking sucks, bro. But hey, I mean, it's all Gucci, man. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci.
How many times you gonna say Gucci?
It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci, man. It's all Gucci if I say it too many times.
When you try to buy time to read the next topic.
Bruh, you right. Okay, but I have a question for you. I have a question for you. What makes a Latino a driven Latino? Honestly, that's the one thing that I'm gonna have to think about. Because I'm just like, what makes a Latino a driven Latino?
Adversity.
Adversity? Define adversity.
Being... What's the word? Being already put in a box from the moment you come here.
Shit. I mean, that's how I came here, bro. Just kidding.
In a box?
Nah, fuck with you, man. Fuck with you. Nah.
No, like...
I mean,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally understand. But, yes. Yeah, you're right. You're fucking right. But in addition, I think that what also makes a Latino, a driven Latino, is having pride, having pride, like...
Oh, yeah, that too.
Like, yeah, just being proud of where you come from and not be, like, shy of telling people where you came from,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because I have been... Before when I was younger, I would be shy to tell people where I was from because...
Really?
Yeah, because I would be like, I'm from Honduras. They'd be like, oh, what part of Mexico is that? And I'm like... It's not part. It's right here. I would show them the map, and I would be like, "It's right here."
It's right here, guy.
And then they would be like, "Oh, it's basically Mexico." I'm like, dude,
why'd you have a redneck accent?
Because they were fucking rednecks, man. What you mean, bro?
Oh, shoot.
Damn, man. Let me tell you, bro. Some racist ass people.
Oh my god.
The level of ignorance in the world is just so high, and it's crazy. It is fucking crazy. Some people think, and I've witnessed this, some people think that Mexico extends from below Texas all the way down to what is it called, like Uruguay and Peru and all those countries, which is it's fucking crazy, bro. You really think that half a continent is fucking Mexico, bro?
No.
It just fucking amazes me. It fucking amazes me. Just like people don't believe that technically Russia is in Asia.
Yeah. Or India. When people think of India, they're like, Asians? What?
Yeah, they probably think like something like Middle Eastern or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've come we've both witnessed that shit, and it's just like, how, man? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I like to learn about different cultures, man. Like although I'm prideful of my culture, I like to know about like what do you do for Christmas? Do you guys celebrate Christmas? What do you do for this certain holiday? Do you even have those holidays? Like I like to know. Okay, fun fact. This might sound weird as fuck, man, but it's okay. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. But there was an Indian guy who added me on Instagram, and he was like, I'm born city in India, raised in the capital of India.
He just came out to you like that?
No. I read his bio. Oh. And then I was like, yo, that sounds cool. It sounded like a cool name. I don't know how to pronounce it or whatever, so I'm not gonna say it. And I looked it up, and I was basically reading like literal essays about this one little village in India. It wasn't big, but there had been people who wrote essays about it as research. So I was like, hey, this is fucking, this is lit, yo. Yeah. I like getting to know different cultures, and especially small parts of other countries, because let's be honest, bro. I come from a fucking village, bro. I don't know. Although we were born in a moderately big city, me and Hector, my grandparents are from a village. So my childhood was me growing up in a village, and in a village that didn't even have electricity until 2015, sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
They didn't have fucking electricity, man. Shit. So that means I was isolated from electricity, TVs, game consoles, everywhere.
And you went back when?
I was there in 2010.
Dang.
For a year. So you already know, man.
You were outside
the whole time. Yeah. I didn't like sleeping. That's one thing about that. That's one thing that I didn't like is sleeping. I don't know why. when I got isolated from technology, I didn't like sleeping. I liked to be awake. So I was much more active. I was so much more fucking active. Damn, I just thought about it.
I think that's what also makes a driven Latino also too, is just the fact that like most of these villages, they have the lack of those resources that we have here in the U.S. like electricity. They're always outside. They're always like greeting each other in the streets and stuff. They're always outside doing something. And like I hear from my family back in Honduras, like there's always like there's like what's the name, like pulperias or people selling stuff out in the streets.
Well, let's define it for them. So what a pulperia is kind of like,
if you don't know,
it's basically like this. It's a place that they have like general like kind of like a convenience store kind of like. But usually, a lot of them, not all of them, they have like a gate where you can see everything, and there's an attendant that says, "Hey, what do you want?" They give you whatever you want, and and then you pay, and you never go inside. You just stand at the gate, which is gated. And honestly, that's like my whole childhood as well, because it's just like you could buy, chips, or like when your mom would send you to buy oil or rice or something like that.
It's kind of like a concession stand.
There's a
thing in the middle, and then you can see everything and stuff.
Yeah, but it was so easy to make one. All you needed was a gate, and the way most Honduran houses are already made is that before you get to the actual home, it's what do you call it? It's not fence, because it's not a fence. It's an actual wall and a gate. It's just
like the ladrillos, or like the big gray cinder blocks.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
And it's it's usually taller than the house, just because of protection, because it's dangerous out there. But dude, honestly, I would like to build a house just like that in the U.S. Hell yeah, I would do it. Would you?
I don't know.
I would, once I grow a little bit, once my pockets grow, to be honest. But yeah, man, that was my whole child. But what were you saying? Sorry.
Driven Latino.
Oh yeah, what about it?
Pulperias.
Okay, what about it?
I'm saying that like that's just what makes us driven, is just like having to work all the time, having to always work all the time.
All the fucking time. We work the shit out.
And plus, like I said, like our parents, when they first came here, like they broke their backs out in fields and stuff, and like making tortillas and just like like all this stuff, like actually growing their food, not fucking buying it at a supermarket.
And see, the thing is, they're because the food isn't GMO, because they grow and harvest their own food, which means they're not GMO'd, which means technically they're more healthy. But then you get into the whole pollution, this and that, clean water shit. Yeah, so it's like, it's a balance. It's a balance. They have some stuff we don't, and they have some stuff that we don't have, that we wish we had. But yeah, honestly. But
what do you think makes them driven?
Pride, being outgoing, being hardworking, and being honest. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks, though.
There we go.
Let us know what you guys think makes it.
Yeah, but what do you want to leave the Pioneer Nation this time? What do you want to leave them with?
I was just gonna say maybe, cause you like to leave fun facts all the time. I was gonna say,
go ahead.
Pioneer community, we want you to leave your biggest fun fact for us, for Luis, in the comments.
And you know what, bro? I'll leave you guys a fucking fun fact. What fun fact should I leave this time?
Maybe something related to what we talked about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something about my childhood.
Or what about I was gonna say that about like creatives and stuff, because we usually like interview people, like if you're a Latino, like tag your Latino friends so they can be part of the community too.
Tag somebody who you think we should interview. There we go. That's pretty good. I think that's not good. But thank you guys for tuning in once again to the Bull City Pioneers podcast. Please leave feedback. We love you guys. We love reading you guys' feedbacks, and we love the love. There we go.
Yeah.
We love the love. So show some love to it. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time on the next episode. I'm Luis.
I'm Hector.
And we'll see you next time.
Like, share, subscribe.
See you around.